So in this video today, we will see how to format a Word document. This will be a series of videos. So in this video, we will see how to set up a paper size, adjust margin, changing the font, etc. Now for this one, I have taken this Word document as an example. Now the first thing that you will do before you do anything is you have to set up the paper size. If you don't set up the paper size correctly, then what happens is when you print the document, then all the text might not fit on the paper. For example, if you have chosen a bigger paper size in the computer, but physically if you put a small paper inside the printer, then what happens is all the text will not fit in the paper. So in order to set up the paper size, what you can do is you can go to layout. So after that, if you see there is size mentioned here, click on it and you will be able to see some of the preset paper sizes. Generally the paper size what we use is A4, which is the Xerox copy paper. But if you want to use your own size, you can click here, go to more paper sizes, and from here you can increase the width, you can change the height, whatever you want, and set it according to the paper that will be using inside the printer. So once you have set up the paper size, the next thing that you have to do is you have to decide whether you want to use portrait or landscape orientation. Portrait means like this vertical, whereas landscape means the horizontal. For that one, what you can do, you can go to orientation. You have to go to this layout and go to this orientation, and if you want to make landscape, you can make it landscape like this. If I make this smaller, if I can, you can see I have many pages and all the pages are now landscape. But what if you want to make only one page portrait and the other landscape? What you will do, suppose if I want to make this first page portrait whereas the other page landscape, then in that case what you will do is you will click on the top of the second page, go to layout, and for this page setup there is a arrow at the corner, click on it, go to margin, landscape, and apply to this point forward. So my cursor is right now on the top of the second page. Okay, so in this case you can see the first page is portrait whereas the other pages they are landscape. Let me undo this one. So once you have decided the paper size and once you have decided the orientation of the paper size, after that you will type the text. Now once you have typed the text, if you see the text are nearly at the end of both the sides of the paper, so it does not look good. So what you have to do after this one is you have to set up the margin. Margin is the amount of space that you will leave between the text and the end of the page. It might be from the top, left, right, bottom. Now if you want to set up the margin, again you will go to this layout tab and there is this margin option, click on it. You will see different preset margins here. Generally what we use is we use this option normal, which is we will leave 1 inch on all the sides of the pages. So 1 inch on the top, bottom, left, right, etc. Now this looks much better. Now suppose if you want to have your own margin, then again you will go here, go to custom margin, and then you can decide how much margin you want to keep on the top, bottom, left, right, etc. Now if you notice there is one more option here, gutter, and this gutter you can put it on the left or on the right. So what I will do is I will increase the gutter size 5, it is on the left, and if you notice here you can see this symbol here. So this is the space that you will leave for punching the document if you want to punch and store it inside the folder. This gutter you can keep it on the top also. If you don't want, just make this one 0. It's up to you whether you want to have the gutter or not. So after you have adjusted the margin, the other thing that you will do is, if you see at the end of these lines they are not equal, some of the lines are until here, some are extended outside, so it does not look uniform. So what you will do is you will select whole text and then you will go to home tab, and if you see here there is a button which says justify. So this button you can activate by using Ctrl plus J button if you are using Windows, or else if you are using Mac you can select Option plus J button, and once you do it you can see all the lines, they are now uniform, they are justified, all of them are at the end. So this looks much better than the before. So once you have adjusted the paper size, margin, and then adjusted the paragraph, the other thing that you can do is you can change the font type, font size, color, etc. according to your need. For example, if this is the heading of the document, maybe if I want to put it in the middle, I will click on this to select the heading, then click on this button center. So this is under the home tab. So I have centered this text, and maybe I want to change the font type for this one, and if I want I can increase the size, and if I want I can bold the text and then underline. So this I have done to make the heading stand out from rest of the text. If you want to change the color, see there is this A button, this is for the font color, I can change the font color also. Same thing you can do with the other text. If you want to do anything, if you want to change anything, you have to select the text and you can change the font type, font size, make it bold, underline, change the color, etc. And suppose if I want to highlight this text with the background color, I can select it, I can go to this one, and then let me highlight it with the background color also. Now when you are formatting a document, there is one button which will be very useful, that is known as format painter button. Now suppose if I want to make the first line of each of the paragraph into bold, and if I make it italic, and if I want to do same for rest of the lines, that is the first line of each paragraph, then instead of selecting the line and then going to bold, italic again, then again selecting the line, what you can do is you can double click on this button format painter. So what does this do is it will copy all the changes that you have done to this line, that is if you change the font color, font size, whatever you do, it will copy all the properties and it will apply the same property to the line that you select. If you see, it is bold and then italics. So this is very easy. Instead of selecting and then repeating each action every time, you can directly double click on this format painter, which will copy the properties, and then you can just apply it to the another line. Now once I have done this one, now if I decide to put the page number, because I have many pages here, what I will do is, let me see at first how many pages I have. I have 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 pages. Now if I want to put page number, then what I will do, I will go to insert here, go to page number, and page numbers you can either put on the top, bottom, etc. So let me select bottom of the page, and I can put it on the left side, center, right, etc. And there are many other designs also. Let me put a normal page number and I will put it on the center. After that I will close. Now if you see here, I have this page number, but this is alphabet and it has started from D. Suppose if I want to have page number starting from number 1, then I will double click on it, go to page number again, format page number, and instead of ABC I will select 1 2 3, and then I will select from 1. Okay, and then close. So I have page number starting from 1 2 3 and it is until page number 7. Now if you see here, there is one page here which is empty, which I don't need. Now suppose if I want to delete this page, what I will do is I will click on this page at first, then I will click on this show hide button. So if I click on it, you can see there is page break here. So I will select this page break and then I will select delete button on the keyboard. So once I do, the page which was blank is now deleted. So in this way you can also remove extra page from a document if you don't need. And suppose if you want an extra page, then what you will do is, there are two ways. If you go on typing, then if you finish the first page, then the other page will be automatically generated. But suppose if I write only this much and if I want another page, then what I can do is, I can either press Ctrl and Enter button on the keyboard and you can see there is a new page here. Or else what you can do, go to Insert and click on this button page break. So you will have a new page here at the bottom. So after I have done this much, and if I want to print this document, what I can do is, I can go to File, I can go to Print, and I can select the printer from here. If you have many printers, then you can select from here. So this is how your document will look on the paper when you print. Also there is one more option here. If you want to have like more than one copies, you can select here 2. So what happens is, for each copy you will have 2 paper that will print from the printer. One more thing here, suppose here I have 7 pages, and if I only want to print like 1, 3, 4 page, then what I can do, I can type here 1, 3, 4. So if I do only page number 1, page number 3 and page number 4 will be printed. And suppose if I want to print from 1 to 3 page, I can type 1 then dash 3. So in this case the page from page number 1 to 3 will be printed. Thank you for watching this video. Please like and share this video if you found it helpful, and also click on the subscribe button and hit on the bell icon to get the notification of our latest videos for free.